going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Monday. Happy Members Monday. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being members. I do appreciate it. Tonight's for you. It's your night. Speaking of which, as you guys know, about 2 weeks ago, I think this is the third week, I've opened the panel up for members to come hang out. And as you can see, the link is pinned. If you want to come hang out and just react to the cases with me, then by all means, no pressure on it. However, trying to clean it up a little bit, just trying to make it a little bit better, a little bit more smooth. Jedi was nice enough to put together like a little list of guidelines, just like tips and tricks on what to do when you're on panel. I did put the link to the Google Doc that she created into the description. If you want to run through that, if you want to jump on panel and you want to run through that real quick, I would appreciate it. Also, I do want to limit it to only about 2 or 3 people up, so it doesn't get too chaotic. And if you were here last week, and I would appreciate just letting other people jump up if they want to jump up before you. I don't want to have the same people every week. All right, I think that's what I wanted to say. That was just a little disclaimer. Speaking of which, I do have Jedi up. What's up, Jedi?
Hey, how's it going?
Jedi. It's going. It's going. It's going. You want to watch some court? I want to watch some court.
I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court.
All right. You guys already know what to do. I don't need to tell you what to do. Do your jump stuff and back stuff and the like stuff if you want. Let's go.
Had a Mr. Patterson client as well?
This is Miss Harmon.
Miss Harmon?
This is the follow-up. This is the chick that said that what did she say? That if you had the 2 Pfizer COVID shots, then you're gonna die this year.
What was it? The judge doctor?
Yeah, the judge doctor. Judge doctor, Dr. Judge. If you got both COVID shots from Pfizer, you're gonna die this year unless you take her vitamins. She's also a grant writer and she builds mobile homes for veterans. This is her. She makes $30 an hour with 25% commission. Yes, this is her. All right. Just wanted to say that. Speaking of which, I am going to put both these videos out together because this hearing was so good. A lot of other channels covered it. No one covered part 1. So tomorrow, I'm going to put both the videos together in one little package. I'm going to release that in the morning. So just a heads up.
No, she does not have Patterson.
Okay, let's take her up. We are on the record in 2022 TR 3025 state of.
I forgot to make this members only.
I just messaged you. I'm like, just so you know.
I was like, why is it
not
telling
that
me?
anything's secret?
And I was like, why is it telling me? Oh no, what do I do now? Do I just turn it off or do I just keep it?
Your call, boss.
All right.
I'm no help.
I'm gonna keep it because I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I'll be you self-snitched.
Yeah, I don't like kicking people out. All right. I'm gonna have to do something else for members, guys. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm gonna keep it, and we'll just roll with it. But yeah, we'll do something else for members. Maybe tomorrow, sometime this week, I'll do a members only. That's Sly Doc Ock. What is up?
Hey, Sly and Doc Ock.
No idea if you can hear me or not.
We can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Howdy, y'all.
We have
Hope you're well.
Jedi can hear you though.
What's
up, Doc Ock? How are you?
Typing.
That's angry typer. All right, we're gonna get into this court case. Before I do, legal fiction, 10 gifted memberships, something that you can't do if it was members only. So Legal Fiction, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the 10 new members. All right, let's go on with this case.
Kansas versus Amanda Rose Harmon. Jared Regier appearing for the state. The defendant, Amanda Rose Harmon, appearing in person via Zoom, in custody and pro se, on the charges driving while habitual violator and driving without proof of insurance. We have quite a bit of history, including a couple of 3 failures to appear at least. March 19th, 2025, the defendant appeared before Judge Hart. She said she had fired her attorney, Gerard Scott, and the court did not appoint a new attorney. So what are you doing about an attorney, Miss Harmon? Are you hiring another one if you've discharged Mr. Scott?
Can I speak now?
Please do.
I would like to be plea out or kick me out of Kansas. Those are my 2 options today. Because this has been going on since September 22. Like you said, we got a lot of history. Let's just get this over with. It's ridiculous. I have a career now, Miss Webster. I have a lot going on for me, Miss Webster. This is the first time in my life that I'm not on any substance. I have a career going on for me. This is my only, like, this is a lot, $30 an hour plus 25% commission. It's unprecedented to have a career. I do grant writing. That's all I'm going to say today. And so you guys have at it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I hope you plan to answer a few questions because I have some. First of all, how old are you?
48.
You're 48, and this is the first time.
Oh, that was a tough one to get out. That was a tough one. How old are you? 1 second. 48. All right, got that one. Second question. I got it. I'm on a roll.
You're off of substances?
No, I've been off for 4 years before that. I'm just saying this is the first time I've had a career opportunity and I'm finally off substances.
And what is this career? You said you write grants. What's your career?
Grant writing
And who do you do that for?
for Judge Zavinia, Dr. Zavinia.
Was it judge, doctor, or both?
Yes, both.
Okay, judge, who's a doctor.
Here's his number. His phone number is 702-326.
Heather, it is Members Monday, but I forgot to turn it to members only, so it's a not so members only Monday. Yeah, but anyways, Heather.
4384.
And what state or area is that judge located in?
Vegas. So I'm saying, kick me out of Kansas. Kick me
Okay.
out of Kansas.
The
Out,
judge is
out.
located, hang on, the judge is located in the state of Vegas?
Yes, no. Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right, that I.
Work from home, but I have an apartment there. I'm ready to go. I got a plane ticket already. I'm ready to get this case over with, whatever. If we need to transfer it, go ahead and put me on probation. I don't care.
Okay, well, slow down a bit. All right, so are you?
I need to get back to work. I got kids to feed. I got
Hold on.
a
Okay,
house.
hold on. Attorney Gerard Scott, it looks like was allowed to withdraw, maybe. We had a competency issue going on. Did you ever go in and submit to the evaluation?
He did that this morning.
Okay, you had a competency evaluation this morning.
Correct.
We'll probably be getting some reports from the evaluator before long. And on the issue of the attorney, and we've got a lot of history on this case. But it sounds like you can afford to hire an attorney with this.
I can't work because you keep arresting me, Miss Webster. How can I work if I'm always in jail, Miss Webster? That's my question. My question is, how can I afford anything anymore? And how can I ever get anywhere in life if you won't stop? You got to stop abusing me. You got to stop.
You have to start showing up to court. That's how you get around that. You show up to court, you resolve your issues, and then you can go hang out in the state of Vegas with the judge doctor all you want.
Can you imagine Webster like showing up at her house with handcuffs? Like she's the one arresting her with those glasses.
Stop harassing me, Miss Webster. How do you know my address, Miss Webster? Why are you wearing your robe when you're not on the bench, Miss Webster? I wonder how tall Judge Webster is. Something tells me she's short. I'm just guessing, but I feel like she's like between like 5 and 5'2". Like she's in that area.
That's what I mean. Who knows? But that's kind of what I envision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, ma'am, you have to come to court.
You have to stop.
You have to come to court. You understand that? You have to stop missing court.
Yes, I do understand, Miss Webster. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Without me having to count, do you show how many failures to appear? Do you have that in your notes? I don't. There are so many.
Your Honor, I will need 1 moment, please.
Yeah, I was just hoping maybe you'd made a note from one of the hearings. Yeah, because
A notebook here. We need to give them a notebook somehow.
No, we don't.
All my failures to appears. I got ink at home if they need.
Do you know how many you've had?
It's not about that. You guys are trickery, is all I'm saying, and you guys need to stop.
Okay, well, how
I got a career.
You guys are trickery. It's not about how many times I didn't appear. It's about how many times I did appear. This is now the 3rd time I've been in court for this case. I know I missed 47 different court dates, but I've been here 3 times, Miss Webster.
Yeah, Miss Webster, stop harassing me. You need to stop.
It's the trickery. You're trickery, Miss Webster.
I tell you.
Trickery. Kind of reminds me of shrubbery. Oh, hey, we have another person. Shrubbery. 1 trickery. I'll take 1 trickery.
The first time in my life I've got a really good career. This is getting ridiculous.
All right. So are you going to represent yourself then?
I guess.
Well, it's up to you.
Yep. Yes, I'll represent myself.
Did you apply for court appointed since you saw the last judge?
I don't know. No, because there's, like I said, there's too much history behind all this, you guys. So I represent myself today. And let's plead out whatever we need to do to get this over with.
Well, I'm going to need to see the evaluation results. I ordered that competency evaluation. It looks like motion and order were filed January 28th.
Nobody let me know. Just so precious.
January 29th of 25 was when the court allowed the attorney to withdraw. Now, for your information, there was on March 19th of 25 an amended complaint and information filed. So officially, you're looking now at count 1, driving while habitual violator, a Class A non-person misdemeanor. The state did on March 19th dismiss the no proof of insurance. So apparently they have gotten proof of insurance. The only charge you're looking at right now is driving while an habitual violator. But I'm not in a position to entertain a plea of any type from you until I get the results of your competency evaluation.
It's fine. Let's just get this over with.
Well, I understand that, but Deputy, did they give you any idea how long it might be on the evaluation? If in fact she had one this morning, did she have an evaluation for competency?
She did have a visit this morning. I'm not sure who it was with. I have no recommendation on time as far as how long.
MB, good to see you, MB. I regretfully want to inform everyone that I missed a super chat the other night. I did.
Well, I am clutching my pearls.
MB sent a PayPal, and I missed it. So I want to take this moment to say thank you to MB. MB, thank you so much. That was very generous of you. Thank
Mighty
you.
kind of you, MB.
And I and I apologize for missing it. It wasn't on purpose. I promise. But thank you.
With anything.
It sounds like you're not even sure that it was a competency evaluation as opposed to maybe a therapy session.
It was a competency and she was from the courts. They should have that by now.
It was some kind of pro visit, but I don't know who it was with, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Regier, do you know anything about that?
I do not, Your Honor. It does appear that previously, on motion of the defendant's attorney at the time, if my memory is correct, that the court did enter an order for determination of competency. It looks like that was filed with the court back in January of 2025. I was not the prosecuting attorney at the most recent hearing before Judge Hart, although after conferring with the county attorney, the state has its own concerns as it relates to KSA 223302, which I believe that order was issued under. So the state the state respectfully submits that the court should maintain its prior orders on that particular.
Yeah, that was really loud, madam. We heard that. I don't know what you were trying to say. You said judge what? And nothing. You there, madam?
And she's muted.
Right.
It sounded like he said Judge Fart.
Oh. I did not hear that. Yeah, I don't know.
Issue in response to the court's inquiry, earlier inquiry. This is a case that appears to have at least 6 prior failures to appear. It would appear that perhaps most notably, based off my notes, the matter was set for bench trial back in March of 2023, at which time the defendant excused herself from the bench trial. So the state does respectfully maintain that the court's prior orders, both concerning the competency order and any orders concerning bond, should be maintained.
All right, right now she's setting on a.
Ma'am,
Yes,
it
sir.
was a competency hearing this morning.
Bless you.
Good, thank you. All right. Looks like, and right now it looks like she's detained on a no bond hold, officer. I'm going to order that be maintained. I'm also going to appoint Attorney Darren Patterson to.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
And I'm going to note that she got up and left in the middle of the proceedings again.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah. You gave me a bond? Well, looks like I'm not going to the state of Vegas. I gotta.
She's a lovely peach.
She's just precious.
She's so precious. So precious.
Speaking as sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Judge.
Speaking as the psychiatrist, in fact, all rights reserved.
Precious.
In propria persona. She seems to have a delusional disorder. I honestly think that in her brain, she's telling the truth. Even though it's not correct, she really doesn't seem to be lying. Not a forensic psychiatrist, but just as a psychiatrist in general, I think she's just kind of in her own world.
I believe that.
And I realize, Doc Ock, you probably don't do this for courts. I want to make an assumption, but when they talk about competency, at least from what I understand in the courts, it's mostly about, are you able to distinguish right from wrong, understand the consequences, understand what's happening. I think she's not she's lucid for sure, but to your point, I think she believes what she is saying, but is that something that you would consider to be competent, also understanding that you're not here to diagnose and all of that good stuff? Just wondering.
Yeah, it's nuanced. For court purposes, to say that somebody has competency to stand trial, they just have to have a basic understanding of what is the charge, what is the role of the judge? What is the role of the prosecutor? What is the role of the defense attorney? What is the role of the jury?
Me think she's almost like a sovereign citizen. She kind of acts like she'd be a great candidate for it.
Well, and as long as somebody can basically understand what's going on and participate in their own defense, psychiatrically, they should have capacity or competency to stand trial. Now, granted, that's depends on which jurisdiction you're in. I don't know if that answers the question or not.
I think it does. Thank you.
Thanks,
Doc
Doc
Ock,
Ock.
I've got a question for you. How does, well, being our psychiatrist at large here, how does one determine competency?
That's an excellent question. So, competency and capacity are really different things. Something we run into a lot with, like in the hospital and things like that. Capacity determines, can you make a specific medical decision, understanding the risks and benefits of that decision, whether or not you have any understanding of anything else at that moment. So that's capacity. And then competency is a broader legal definition of, can you reliably and consistently manage your own decisions as far as healthcare, finances, etc. And it's a much higher bar. And so for someone to be deemed to lack competency, that requires a judge to weigh in. A physician can say, you don't have capacity to refuse this treatment or to leave the hospital against medical advice, etc. But a judge has to hear in a probate hearing whether or not somebody is able to consistently and reasonably make decisions, understanding the consequences of those decisions, in order to determine somebody to lack competency in general.
Very interesting.
At least in Ohio.
Yeah.
The best state there is.
Damn straight.
So if you can just explain a little further, it doesn't really involve what their thought processes are. It's more, can they take care of themselves?
Yeah, in terms of capacity, it does involve what their thought process is. In terms of long-term competency, you really have to be able to show that someone is altered enough to the point that they are not able to make rational decisions that are going to, honestly, whether or not they're going to benefit them, whether really the question is whether or not they understand whether they will benefit them. And so, really finding out, does this person understand the risks and benefits of a decision that they make? And that involves a lot more. You have to have more than one physician evaluate the patient or the person. You have to have more than one attorney evaluate the person. And you have to have a court hearing to determine whether or not that person really understands the risks and benefits of decisions they make. Because ultimately, it does involve that person's civil rights and their freedom to make decisions in their own best interest or in what aligns with what they want. And we have to be really, really careful, both as physicians and in the legal system, to make sure that people's rights are protected, but at the same time, that if they are altered, that they are protected from other people.
So I think we got to wait and see what those results were of her competency evaluation, see what they decided.
Yeah, that's how it always works. They will take the exam, and then the report can take weeks or months for it to come back. And it's a waiting game at this point for courts. They can't make a decision until they get that report back.
Right.
So,
and meanwhile, she's sitting there in jail and not happy.
No, she's not. All right, let's finish this one up real quick. This one's almost over.
Reconvene May 12th at 9 a.m. No bond hold. Darren Patterson appointed. Clerk, please let Darren know that she's being held on a no bond hold with awaiting a competency evaluation, at their next hearing being May 12th, 9 a.m. in case he thinks we need to visit anything before then. But again, we need to let him know that she's in there on that no bond hold. Anything else, Mr. Regier?
Not on this matter, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Then we'll be in recess. Mr. Case, remind me who you're here for?
I am here for a few. One was Harmon. So when last week Dante spoke with you, we left and went to her. We went and arrested her and booked her in on that one. So, but wanted to make sure we were good on that one, and which looks like we were because there wasn't mentioned on that one.
Okay.
Now,
you were here on the one that we just had?
correct.
Good for bringing her in. Okay.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
may one additional matter, if the court is prepared to go back on the record in the
Yes,
absence
we
of the
need to.
defendant.
Back on the record in 2022 TR 3025, State of Kansas versus Amanda Rose Harmon. Jared Regier still here for the state. The defendant still absent after having left in the middle of towards the tail end of the hearing. Noting that her bail bondsman Tyson Case is present, and having told the court just now that he did. Did you go pick her up or just tell her to turn herself in?
We had to set her up and get her picked up. So yeah, she's
okay.
She was on her way to live on a commune in Las Vegas. She was going to live off the land.
I see. Thank you for that additional information. Darren Patterson, if you're listening, you've just been appointed to her.
Oh, Darren Patterson, if you're listening, we just gave you a really fun case, so enjoy it. You're welcome, buddy. And I love how the bail bondsman comes in and he's like, oh yeah, she was going to live on a commune, live off the land in Las Vegas. What about this whole judge, doctor, and building, grant writing, selling stuff? Where'd all that go?
It's all sketch.
You were going to go join a cult.
It is all sketch.
Yeah, right. Live off the land in Vegas. Yeah, there's a lot of land.
She did say she had an apartment already out there.
So. Yeah, a tent in the desert. A tent in the desert.
A yurt.
A yurt. All right, real quick. Miss Orchid Blooms, thank you so much for the gifted membership. It is good to see you. Welcome to the new member. Thank you so much, Miss Orchid Blooms. And we have a KCC raid. KCC, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, raids are made possible because I suck and didn't make this members only. So for everyone that's coming in wondering why, it's like, hey, I'm not a member. Did I break the system? Yeah, you did. You broke the system. It had nothing to do with I forgot to hit that switch to make it members only. And I didn't realize it until about 10 minutes into the stream, and I wasn't going to kick people out because I'm not rude. So I didn't kick people out. So there will be a members only something or other sometime this week. I'll do something for the members. But also for the non-members, I've started this new thing where I allow members on the panel on Members Monday, so we all react to the cases together. So that's what's going on. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show. And oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm headed to Michigan tomorrow. I have not announced this yet. Just found out this morning that I'm going to Michigan tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be fun. We have an update in the Lindsay Dineski case that's happening tomorrow morning. And it is not going to be on Zoom. It is not going to be on YouTube. So I'm going to drive up there in person to be there for it. So that's happening in the morning at 9 a.m. I will be in Lincoln Park. If anyone's in the Lincoln Park area, and wants to hang out, it's at 9 a.m. And we got a Biggin raid. Man, so many raids on members only. Biggin, I appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much for the raid, Biggin. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for coming over here. This is fun. This has turned out to be a great night. It's turned out to be a great night. Members Mondays are always great, but it's awesome. It's awesome tonight. How do I take that back? It's always awesome. It's Members Monday. Cheshire Cat. Those tech. Yep, exactly. I'm so good at tech. I am so good at tech. Miss Orchid, thank you so much. Another gifted membership. I appreciate it. We're gonna raid members and all the non-members. So, when I actually do a members only video, you guys will get to hang out with us. All right. You guys ready for the next case? I'm ready for the next case. Do you guys have anyone on panel have anything they want to say before we move on? No, it's Lincoln Park, Michigan. It's south of Detroit. That's all I know. It's actually closer to me. Detroit's about 3 hours for me. Lincoln Park is about 2.5 hours. So it's a closer drive. So I'm hoping to be able to jump up there real quick in the morning, grab it. I'm not going to be recording anything. I can't. I'm going to be in physical court. But I'm going to jump up there, hang out for that case, and come right back. I'm hopefully be back by noon is what I'm hoping. Wixom! No, Wixom! You sent me that amazing PayPal a couple days ago, and you specifically said for all your future endeavors in Michigan. But I do appreciate the super chat. I do. That was very generous of you. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Let the good times. Thank you, Otto. Let the good times roll. All right. Biggin, thank you for the raid. KCC, thank you for the raid. Thank you guys for the super chats and gifted memberships. Welcome to the non-members member only Monday. Let's go to the next case. I don't even remember what it is now.
We have Mr. Westmoreland ready to go.
We have back-to-back Judge Dads. Let's go.
People against Devontae Doris McQueen, 24W833-762. All right, good morning. Mr. McQueen, your name?
Devontae McQueen.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. Is this a Woodhaven case where the defendant's locked up in Flat Rock? Are you Devontae McQueen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Westmoreland, your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland, appearing on behalf of Devontae McQueen.
Corporal, your name?
Corporal Bagman, Flat Rock Police Department.
All right. So that's what we have here. He's just over in Flat Rock right now. Counsel, for purposes of arraignment, does he stand mute, waive formal reading?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Not guilty, please enter. Do you live on Oak Grove Street?
No,
Devontae McQueen?
No.
I also have others for you here, I suppose. Okay, my mistake here. I've got all kinds of cases here. This is 24W833-762, 25F243633, 24F242253, 20F23342.
Chris, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I can't get caught. Cheshire Cat has been teaching me the ways of the cat. There's no way you can catch me. Nope, not possible. Keep those squirt guns away, though.
2724W833-762A. I don't think. So. Wow, you got a big problem here. Your client has a big problem. He's been given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. You live on, where do you live?
I stay in Newport, Michigan.
Well, I didn't ask you where you stayed. I asked you where you live. Where do you reside there or what?
Yeah, yes.
Well, at some point.
Thanks, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. Speaking of which, I talked to Team Skeptic before my stream tonight. He wanted everyone to say hi. We were talking about Chuck, and yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep it there. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but Team Skeptic says hi. Chuck says hi. Just wanted to say that. Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the super chat.
We're going to get that address from you, okay? Because so far, you act like you don't want to show up here. Now, I know that wouldn't be true because everybody wants to take care of their business. But but I can only go by how people act. And we're going to go through all of this with you. And you're going to have every opportunity to explain to me why you've been acting like a fugitive on all these cases. Okay? So first of all, I have a February 1924 case. That is 24W833762. And on that case, I'm indicating the defendant stands mute and waives formal reading. That is a drywall suspend charge. Then I have a 25F243633. Counsel, does he stand mute, waive formal reading on that?
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's one that happened the other day. I'll enter a not guilty plea on that. Then we have 24F242253. That is a May 2024 case. Does he stand mute, waive formal reading on that?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Then we have civil infraction 20F233427. Does he stand mute, waive formal reading on that?
That's correct, Judge.
Then we have 24W833762A. Does he stand mute, waive formal reading on that?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Did I cover all these? Looks like I did. So let's just cover some of these. On the 24W833762A, defendant was supposed to appear for a show cause July 22, 24. He did not. On 20F233427, he was supposed to appear for show causes January 20 of 21, December 12 of 22, July 23 of 24. That's been going on since 2020. Then we have the 25F case that he just picked up. We have the 24W833762 case that he was supposed to be here March 20 of 24 and again on April 3, 24. He didn't show up for those. And then on Judge Heston's case, 24F242253 was supposed to be here June 20 of 24 and July 18, 2024. Congratulations. You are batting 1,000, Mr. McQueen, it appears to me. Counsel, what do you have to say? What's he been doing? Why doesn't he think he has to drive over here, get over here somehow by Uber, whatever, Lyft, taxi?
See, we just covered this in the last case, Your Honor. It's not about the times that he doesn't appear. It's about the times he does appear. So he's there now. Let's just take care of all these matters so he can go to the state of Vegas.
I did explain all that to Mr. McQueen. Moving forward, understands that it needs to start actually clearing these up. Knows not to accrue any more charges, knows not to operate a motor vehicle until they do restore the driving privileges. He is currently gainfully employed at Insicon.
Where?
At Insicon Security, and also works as a behavioral technician assisting.
You're a security officer?
Yes, sir.
And assists children with autism.
This just makes me shake my head and understand, or makes me wonder what we're doing wrong. And I'm talking about the criminal justice system. And we have people that think that they can do this. I don't get it.
What does that mean?
I just don't get it.
The host has opened breakout.
You have any excuse at all, Mr. McQueen, as to why you haven't been here? I mean,
I don't
I'm
really
just
have an
asking.
excuse. I don't know. I don't have an excuse. I'm aware of everything that was going on, and now I'm just in
I'm
the
sorry,
place.
say that again. You don't have an excuse, what?
I was saying that I don't have an excuse for it. I know what I did was wrong, and now I'm just ready to clear it up and get it off my shoulders.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, that might be one of the best things you could say in that situation. It's like, you know what, Judge? No, not gonna make an excuse. I understand what's going on. It was my bad. Let's get this back on track. You don't need to say anything else. I just love how Judge Dad is like, you're bad 1,000, man. You haven't showed up to court. You've got all these charges. You're doing great. You're doing awesome. Keep up the good work.
Oh, there he is. Let's see, he's got the line that means you can't hear him play.
All right, well.
Chris, thank you so much for the super chat. You know, I might be able to work on 2/3 of that. Here's the problem with Radical. I don't know Radical like that. I don't. You know, R.I.P. Big Cat. But back when Schroeder was still around, that's when I knew Radical, and that's when I hung out on his channel. Ever since then, though, I don't know. I just haven't. I still watch his videos. I just I don't even know if he does live streams anymore. I don't know. I don't know Radical like that. I really don't. Super cool dude. Love his channel. But if that's my mission, maybe yeah, see, I don't know, that'd be weird. Someone that you don't know just messages you and say, "Hey, come on my channel." And then I have to name drop people just to get him interested. I don't know. That would be difficult. Let's just say that. But we can Big and Skeptic, that might be a possibility.
This seem all to be on different dates, so I'm going to give you a personal bond on 233427 in the amount of $181. I'm going to give you 2,500 10% on 24W833762B, which will also incorporate A, and then on 25F243633. I'm going to give you 2,500 10%, and then on 24F242253, I'm also giving you 2,500 10%. I'm going to give you.
So
Hey, Boomer, your mic's hot.
Ms. Greenhill, you have to mute yourself, please. Thank you. I'm going to give
Jedi,
you court
Judge
dates
Dad
on
heard you.
all of these. I suppose. Let's see, on 242253. The pretrial date will be March 27th at 9:30. And I'm going to give you on the same date, 25F242633, March 27th at 8:30. And then I'm going to give you on 24W833762B, pretrial date will be March 26th at 10:30. A lot of these communities are not here at the time, but I hope you can post the bond. We're going to give you the earliest court dates in case you can, but you cannot do this. I don't know what else to tell you. And then I'm going to set the becomes confusing here. I'll set the contempt hearing on 2OF-233-427 on March the 27th at 8:30. And I will set 24W-833-762A, March the 27th at 8:30. I wish you well. We'll see you here then. Corporal, make sure he fills out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer that has all these case numbers on there and send it over if you would, please, okay? Thank you.
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. That was a quick. Oh well, it was kind of a quick one. We got back-to-back Judge Dads though. The next one we have a little bit of a Karen in the next one. When I say a little bit of a Karen, it might be a lot of a bit of Karen. Jedi, Sly, Doc Ock, you guys doing all right?
Yep. I'm ready for a Karen.
You ready for a Karen? Sly, you okay?
Doing well.
Doc Ock, you still with us?
I am here.
Let's go.
Thanks. Yeah, you're helping me now. Pauline Estrada versus Nickelodeon Robinson. Nickelodeon Robinson. 2-5.
All right, I need to call Judge out for that. Nickelodeon. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole Ann. That just sets up the Karen perfectly. I'm just gonna say that Nickelodeon instead of Nicole Ann. It's funny.
0295. Mr. Robinson, you're back. Your name?
I'm Nicolian Robinson.
Ma'am, your name?
Pauline Estrada.
Remind me, where do you live?
I live Creektown off Gibraltar. Creekside.
Oh, I feel bad now. The guy's name wasn't Nicole Ann. I think I must have misheard that. I thought that was the chick's name. The female's name. Oh, I was wrong.
Wait, who's the Karen?
The female. The female is the Karen.
Oh, standing. I thought that was the attorney.
No, there's no attorneys here.
Oh, there's no attorney. Got it.
No attorneys. We have a female. Oh, they're small. Hold on. I don't know if I can do this with 4 people.
Back out, Colin. Just back out.
Just back out. Right.
Do you have insurance to cover this?
No.
You have a dog that bit this?
Pictures.
Well, the dog belonged to my sister. That bit her. The one that was actually involved in the altercation.
All right, now I'm covering the subtitles. I'm going back to the other way. You can't see it anyways. They're standing in court. We're just gonna have to be okay with what we see.
The incident.
How bad were the dog bites? Ma'am, I don't want to hear it right or see anything right now.
Okay.
You're going to have to do some research. I don't know what you found out, but he's telling me he's not the owner of the dog. And if he's not the owner of the dog, you're not going to recover against him.
Oh, I don't know. It stated on the police report, he said that he owned the dogs and they're the ones that took it. And all I asked is just the ER bill be paid. I didn't ask for lost wages or the medication that I needed to take or the pain and suffering. And I woke up every couple hours.
I mean, you realize you could initiate an action. You'd probably want a lawyer and need a lawyer, but you could initiate an action against the owner of the dog. If it is owned by his sister and she has insurance, you might be better off going that route. I don't know if that's true or not. Hang on a second. Let me finish.
Okay.
I don't care what you do, but he's telling me he doesn't own the dog. And so
I don't know. They just said on the police report, he said that he owned it. So that's what it said on the report. I can only go what I read, just like
dog
you.
licensed? Yeah. Is the dog licensed with the city?
To my knowledge, I'm not sure. I would say no, because like I said, it's my sister's dog, but as far as I know, it's
maybe you sue the sister. What's your sister's name?
Princess.
Princess what?
Sturdivant.
How do you spell that?
Sturdivant.
Does she live with you?
Yes. At the moment, right now, yes.
Do you have insurance to cover any of this?
I don't have insurance. That's why I asked them to pay for it. I went over as soon as I got bit. I told them, I said, I'm not trying to cheat you, because they didn't want to pay it. They said they didn't have insurance either. And I said, well, I'm sorry, because if my dog bit you, you would be taking me to court.
I'm just telling you gotta prove who owns the dog.
Well, I don't
Wait.
know, like I said, I'm a
Wait.
judge. I mean, like, I don't know.
You might wanna do some research and find.
Oh, Albie, that's exactly what I was thinking too. But he's in court though. He's in front of a judge. He's trying to prove that he's not the owner. His sister has to know this. He's like, hey, I'm sure he said this. Like, I'm being sued. This is your lawsuit. So, yeah. But yeah, he's absolutely snitching on his sister. He's doing everything but giving her address and phone number to this lady. You know what? Let me just serve the document for you. Just hand it to me. I'll take it right to her right now.
Find out if he owned the dog or his sister owned the dog, and you can add the other. Princess Sturdivant, Sturdivant. Right? Right? Right. What kind of dog is that?
The one that bit her is a cane corso.
And you're telling me you don't own that?
I don't own the cane corso, no sir. I have,
Was your sister's living with you now?
she's living with me, but at the time she was not at the house present when this lady got bit by her dog.
I can't just willy-nilly pick things out. You heard what I said. He just told me he's not the owner. I don't know who's the owner. You got to come forth with proof as to who the owner is. Maybe you sue them both. Maybe you talk to a lawyer.
I did. The lawyer told me just to do this.
Well, that's all right, but the lawyer might be able to give you some ideas as to how you find out who the owner is. He doesn't know whether or not the dog's licensed.
I have ownership of my dog.
I don't want to talk about it right now. What I'm going to do is, I can't just, based on what he's telling me, I can't give you a judgment against him, ma'am. And I can't.
Yeah, but the police report isn't, like what the judge is saying right now. He might have been the person in control of the dog, or he might have been the closest person. Maybe the dog bit the lady. The police went to the house, and he was the one who answered the door, so his name's on the police report. That's not going to help her win this lawsuit. It's really not.
I certainly can't give it against the.
I don't know if you didn't tell the truth at the police report. That's how I read it. I mean, I got it off the police report. Other than that, how would I prove it if he did say it to the police?
Well, maybe
report
he was. Well, now he's changing his tune. If the police did not misunderstand him, he's changing his tune. Okay, Mr. Robinson, there's no sense if this is your dog, people are going to find out. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to adjourn this 3 weeks. I can't tell you how to prepare your case, but you could bring in the police officer. You could go to City Hall, find out who owned it. I'm not trying to put you through work, but I cannot, just based on what I've heard, give you a judgment against him right now. I just can't. And I'll let you amend the complaint too if you want, to add another party, Princess Sturdivant. But you can check with the police officer. You can take the police report, call the police officer, subpoena the police officer as to any statements that he made. Those will be admissible, and we'll go from there. But I can't give you a judgment based on what I've heard here. We haven't even started the hearing, but I just want to make sure you do get compensated if you're entitled to it. I'll adjourn this 3 or 4 weeks. Give me a date, Linda, in mid-April, please.
How about April 21st at 8:30?
April 21st at 8:30. You might want to go back and talk to that lawyer. I'm not saying he isn't the owner. I haven't seen the police report. Sometimes I don't know what to tell you.
I had it here, so I brought it, but you didn't want to look at it.
Wait a minute. I'll proceed with the case if you want. You want me to proceed?
You know what, sir?
Hang on a
I
second.
would absolutely not. It's okay.
No.
Mm.
I don't want to look at it. You never asked me to look at it until just now, did you? Hang on a
I
second.
wanted to give
Hang on a
it to you.
second.
You told me not to. Sir, you know what?
Listen,
I'm 62 years old.
I'm
I have
older
to
than
work
you.
every day.
So do I.
So when I have to take time and come here.
Stop.
And
Stop.
You know what?
Stop.
That's okay.
Just wait a second. Just wait a second.
Sir.
Ma'am. If you walk out, that's your
You know
business.
what? It is.
Come on back up here.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's what I deal with now.
Goodness.
So, Colin, on this one, I was kind of thinking, all right, I mean, she's not being totally Karen, like, and I can see where, yeah, I mean, she got the police report. It said he was the owner. She thought she was doing the right thing, yada, yada. Like, all right. But then, yeah, she did go full Karen.
Yeah, she decided, you know what? I don't like this judge. I'm just leaving. Yeah, well, okay.
Right.
Just wait.
Cool.
You're going to be right back in front of him when you refile this lawsuit against, the other alleged owners. But I agree. It seems like a mess for her. I completely understand.
I
This
get
guy's
it.
written on the police report as the owner of the dog. He's saying he's not the owner of the dog. There's a legal way of figuring that out. And she's just like, I'm tired of this. Whatever. I'm leaving. Like, yeah. All right. Okay, bye.
Yeah. I mean, and it could have been a misunderstanding by the police, what they've jotted down on the police report. Who knows? But, that's just her whole like grand exit was just really okay.
Yeah.
And her trying to pull rank on the judge. I'm 62 years old and I go to work. Yeah, so does he.
He's like, yeah,
Zip
so do
it.
I. I mean, I think Judge McNally
You're not special.
Yeah, yeah, we'll just end it at that. There's only about a minute left of this, so let's finish this one up.
I'm gonna adjourn it 3 to 4 weeks, April 21 at 8:30. Send out the notice, Linda, if you would, please, okay?
Yes, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Boy, I tell you, the anger out there is reaching epidemic proportions. Come back on April 21 at 8:30. Discover Bank versus Dawn M.
Did he say epidemic proportions?
He absolutely did. He absolutely
Judge Dad, you meant epic. But okay. We're going to give it to you.
I like epidemic proportions. When you use more syllables, it makes you sound more
Oh,
intelligent.
it's so much more official.
Yeah.
But
Just gotta add a few.
pandemic proportions.
Right?
How's that go over?
Oh, that one was fun.
I mean, it's better than epidemic.
Vic, thank you so much for the PayPal. I don't think it was. I actually think it was Venmo. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much for the PayPal or Venmo for the gas fund. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Vic. Let's go. We're moving on from Judge Dad. What's next?
Good morning.
Eric, you guys are gonna love this one. You guys are gonna love this one. Jedi, you specifically you're gonna love this one.
Oh, goody.
This is your punk kid FAFOing, or as Judge Simpson would say, mess around and find out. You gotta put the proper space in there for Judge Simpson to work though. This one's good.
Morning. We can start with Sean Boyd. This is file 25 RO 00635. Mr. Boyd, you were cited on the 30th day of January at about 11:32 in the evening, speeding northbound I-75 near Gardenia in the city of Royal Oak. The ticket was issued at 75 in a 70. You can admit responsibility, you can deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
Wait, can you hear me? I would like to admit responsibility, but I feel it was kind of skewed, I want to say. Like, I shouldn't have got the ticket.
Raise your right hands. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
The officer will testify first as plaintiff. Once again.
Yes, Your Honor. On the listed date and time, I was operating in a fully marked patrol vehicle, traveling northbound on I-75 near the Gardenia area in the city of Royal Oak. I observed the defendant's vehicle traveling behind me, approaching my location at a high rate of speed, activated.
Lauren, the pet lover, thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, I know I forgot to turn it on. I set this up, generally, I right when I post this for members only, right when I post the live, I'll go into YouTube and I'll turn on members only because you can't do that from StreamYard. So I create my live streams on StreamYard, then I have to go into YouTube and turn on members only. Tonight I forgot to do that. And I didn't realize it till I don't remember, somebody said it in the chat and I saw that their name wasn't green. I was like, oh no. But at that point there was almost 100 people here and I didn't want to kick people out. So that's why I didn't turn it to members only once I found out. I don't like kicking people out. So there'll be another members only thing sometime this week, I promise. But yeah, tonight is just a regular stream. But Lauren, thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it.
My rear moving radar that was traveling in the same direction and received a target speed of 95 miles an hour in the 70 mile an hour zone. With an audible tone to match that of the speed in which I observed, provided a traffic stop to the vehicle, at which time I gave the defendant a break, giving him the 75 and a 70, which is a no-point infraction on the limited access roadway.
Yeah, it absolutely is not the first time I've done this. Every like 6 months or so, I'll do it. It's just, it's just, I'm trying to juggle a bunch of things at one time and I just forget to turn the switch. It's just one button and I forgot to hit it. That's all.
Due to young driver and good driving record. I am radar certified. The radar was tested before and after the shift.
So Colin,
Mr. Boyd, it's your turn to tell the truth.
just to
I mean,
recap.
what he said is true, but the 95 happened like 5 minutes before I got pulled over.
Or can Colin
And he
not hear
got
me?
behind me when I was in between a bunch of cars.
You're
Tailed me.
admitting driving 95 miles an hour.
No, I understand that, but then he tailed me.
Answer my question. You just said you were driving 95 miles an hour,
This
5
was-
miles before him or something.
Yeah, this was way before I got pulled over, and then he tailed me for 2 minutes. And then I sped up so he could get around me because we were in between cars. I sped up, and then he pulls me over after tailing me for minutes. So I was trying to get out of his way. Didn't mean to cause
Tell me
him.
what the joke is that you keep grinning about.
I keep what?
You've done nothing but have a grin on your face since you began to speak when I first asked you if you were admitting, denying, or admitting with an explanation. What's so funny?
I think you're mistaken.
Why do you think this is funny?
I'm not laughing at it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand.
You were driving 95 miles an hour through the streets of Royal Oak, correct?
I was on the freeway, yes.
You were driving 95 miles an hour in the city of Royal Oak, were you not?
Yes, sir.
Then you're guilty. That's
Yeah.
how this works.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Oh,
how
you
this
can
works.
hear me now. Cool.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the kid. I think he was nervous, kind of smirking.
Yeah.
I don't
think
think he
that-
was like laughing. I don't think he thought it was
I
funny.
agree.
I think this is probably the first time he's been in court. He looks, I don't know, 18, 19.
Right.
And
Yeah.
this magistrate Chisholm, no, he doesn't play games. So the
No.
second he saw that smile, he's like, no, we're shutting this down right now. Why is this funny? You were going 95. No, we're not
And
playing that game.
clearly the cop cut you a break because he wrote you for 75.
Yeah.
So zip it, admit guilt, and move along, kiddo. Because you are no. You're right, Colin. I was yelling at my screen like this kid has got to be kidding me.
And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for?
Thanks for that slide. Lieutenant
But his
Dan.
defense being like, oh, well, then he followed me for 2 minutes. Oh, no. Did he?
Yeah, I know. But he pulled me over
well, then
5
that's
minutes.
okay.
That happened to me once. My very first speeding ticket. It was I was clocked going 74 and a 65. And I was driving my mom's car at the time, and she had this little sports car, and it was right after I got my license. I was like 17. And I might have been 16. I don't know. And I thought I was cool as shit. I was going almost 100, and I slowed down because there was a massive turn, and a cop clocked me. He gave me a ticket for going 74 into 65. I just kept my mouth shut. It's like, oh no, I'm not saying anything. Paid the
Right.
ticket, never did it again. And now people
Yeah.
say I'm the slowest driver on the road, which is fine by me. I'm not getting another speeding ticket. Lieutenant Dan, thank you so much for the super chat for your cover charge. I do appreciate it. Thanks, bud. This isn't over yet. Just wait. Just wait.
I didn't cause no harm. I'm not smiling.
You cause no harm. You put hundreds of people's lives at risk. The streets are not your little playpen.
Understand.
Our streets are not a sandbox. 95 miles an hour and you think it's cute?
I said it was funny.
Well, you rejected the break that the officer gave you on the street. The ticket is amended to 95 and a 70.
I accepted what he gave me, but
With,
an
you
explanation.
said it shouldn't have been issued.
I said
That's a denial.
I said I feel it was a little skewed, but
Oh, your feelings don't matter.
And to 95 and 70.
I'm sorry. I feel like this is not right, I guess.
No, nothing is right because maybe
I feel like
you should just be able to do whatever you want, wherever you are.
I never said that, but I feel like you're yelling at me for nothing.
I'm not yelling at you. I haven't raised my voice.
I never smiled.
You never stopped grinning.
I'm not laughing. Understand?
Okay. You were driving 95, you get a ticket for 95. You haven't denied 95. You, in fact, admitted going 95.
Yeah, I admitted with the explanation.
And the explanation is what? Why should you drive 95 miles an hour?
My explanation wasn't fighting that. It was that it happened 3 minutes before I got pulled over after I was being tailed.
Do you think that the officer can pull you over before you commit the infraction? The pullover, the stop has to occur after the infraction.
I know, it just seemed a little, it was just weird how it happened. And I understand it was just me
It's not
taking
weird.
it wrong, I guess.
Magistrate's $200.
Fine is $200. It can be paid online or by mail. Or you can drop by the courthouse and pay it at the counter. The points are between you and the Secretary of State. We're done.
I want to smack the vocal fry out of him.
I feel like we just watched a villain origin story. This is what turned this kid evil. I
Right.
mean, he was smirking. He was absolutely smirking. We all saw it. He had
I think it was nervous.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It is. We don't know him, and he's in front of a judge for, like I said, probably the first time in his life. I completely understand how he feels like he was mistreated there, but he wasn't because of the words he chose to say.
Right.
It's just, yeah.
He blatantly admitted he was doing 95.
He pulled me over 5 minutes after I was doing 95. That doesn't make sense. Like, dude. Dude.
Unreal. And then when the judge, towards the end, when the judge was telling him, about the smirking and whatever, he literally said, "No, I haven't," with a smirk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You did it again, buddy." Which, again, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that it was just nerves. But, wow.
Yeah, so that one was fun. Got a new member. The OG Just Jill. Thank you so much for joining the family. Thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome. Thank you. Absolutely. FAFO. All right. What we got next? What do we have next?
State of Michigan versus.
You guys remember that that guy that's been around the courts for a long time. I think his name is Jeremy Shue. Well, he was back in court today, and the last couple times I covered him, nothing really happened. Nothing. He just showed up, did his thing, and left. He's finally back. Finally back. This is the Jeremy Shue that we've all got to know and love. Let's go.
Oh, goody.
Jeremy Shue, case number 24S00351.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
Carolyn Foster Tucker on behalf of Jeremy Shue.
Mr. Jeremy
Mr.
Shue, present.
I
Jeremy,
thought I saw his.
I'm sorry. I'm here. I just gotta get the Wi-Fi stuff going on. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it. There you go.
Thank you. All right, we're
Yes,
here for a pretrial, and there's a motion that was filed to suppress the evidence.
And welcome to a stream of mine. Oh.
Hashtag awesome editing.
S003.
What's that? Yeah. Editing. I'm so good.
351.
Tiffany Woods for the people.
You know what's really bad, Jedi? Is that I'm so good at fast forwarding that I can just skip right to where we were. That's how many times I've done that, where I'm just like, oh, it's going to be about 30 seconds. I know exactly where to jump to. that is not a skill that people brag about, but I'm good at that.
No. It's awesome.
Carolyn Foster Tucker on behalf of Jeremy Shue.
Mr. Jeremy
Mr.
Shue, present.
I
Jeremy,
thought I saw his.
I'm sorry. I'm here. I just gotta get the Wi-Fi stuff going on. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it. There you go.
Thank you. All right, we're
Yes,
here for a pretrial, and there's a motion that was filed to suppress the evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. We're actually hoping to adjourn both the pretrial and motion hearing. I have spoken with my client, and he wishes to
No, he's not. There's no leaves on his trees. Judge Simmons just chimed in and said there are no leaves on the trees of Jeremy Shue. He can't be in San Francisco. If anyone watched my video from earlier, you would understand that joke.
supplement the pleadings.
All right. Are you requesting an evidentiary hearing on this matter?
Yes, I believe we probably. I'm sorry, ma'am. I believe we probably should. Because when I supplement the pleadings, I'm going to put a motion to quash and dismiss in there. So they're probably going to want an evidentiary hearing.
Motions to quash don't really work in the district court.
Oh, I know Arwen watched it. Arwen dropped a super thanks on the video. Thank you so much, Arwen. I appreciate that.
Mr. Shue, because there's nothing to quash. There's no bind over.
Okay, I understand. The thing that I'm waiting for is they said that there was property recovered from the illegally searched truck. That property that was recovered was my father's. I'm going to get an affidavit under 28 USC 19 or 1746, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to have my father's going to attest to the fact that the property in the battery that they searched to try to justify the illegal search, that they found to try to justify the illegal search, was actually his property and not stolen.
Ms. Woods, it sounds like we need to have an evidentiary date and not another pretrial date for this.
Yeah, I filed my response to defense counsel's motion, so I'm ready to have that whenever you want to put that on the calendar, Judge.
In April, what do we have available?
Your Honor, may I
Yes,
say something?
Mr. Shue,
I
yes.
just want to bring up the fact that it seems kind of troubling to me that we have a officer that retaliated not once but twice, and then and even in Mrs. Wood's response in her own document, they outline a conspiracy with another police department of how they did to try to entrap me. I don't understand why this is keep going on. This retaliatory misconduct by Washtenaw County Sheriff Department and Washtenaw County prosecutors has been going on since at least 2003 and is well documented. Numerous lawsuits have been filed, and it's a continuation. They arrested me while I was riding a bike for nothing, just arrested me, then went and searched my truck. They searched my truck. They searched my truck, found property that they said was seized. It don't even, that property, they tried to justify the illegal search by the property they found, which the U.S. Supreme Court has said a long time ago that that's not able to be done. But yet, Washtenaw County Sheriff Department and Washtenaw County Prosecutor keep.
Heather.
Yes.
Dates, please.
Yes. Friday, April 11th, we have a number of things.
I feel like it's the parents from the Peanuts cartoon.
April 11th at 11:30. Does that work?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll see everybody here on April 11th at 11:30. All supplemental briefs or motions or documentation needs to be filed prior to then.
Put your hand down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your client has his hand raised.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you repeat that?
Your client has his hand raised.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to talk to him to see what he has?
I love it. Your client has his hand raised. Oh, all right. Just ignore him. I do. Like, what do you want me to do about it?
Say I'm not hearing anymore.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
All right. I think we're moving to the last case of the evening.
I mean, if we could say.
Oh, yeah. We're moving to the last one. No, wait. There might be one after this. I don't think this is 10 minutes long. It might be. All right. This might be the first time I've covered this judge on this channel. I watch him a lot. He's funny. We'll just go with that. He's in Washington. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, though. But this is a good one. Judge calls the guy a slob, and it's hilarious, in a judge-like way. Just wait.
Said it over a week. I wish we had Miss Jadowski here to tell us what she thought.
My recollection of the Ringer case, this is the one.
Come on up, Ringer. Yeah, let's just set him. Let's Schultz over 2 weeks. Can you deal with 2 weeks?
Yes, Your Honor, because I'm not here next week anyhow.
Very good. Nice to know. Yes, Ringer, yes.
Yeah, just speaking as a friend of the court, but if I recall from the last week, he, although has assets, he was having financial difficulty retaining private counsel. So the question is, if he can proceed pro se.
That's one of the questions.
Or to secure the funds to chapel counsel. But by its financial affidavit, unfortunately, it's ineligible for a public defender is the issue.
Excuse me.
Hold on.
I'm right here.
Hey, I got to address the court.
Oh,
so.
okay. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, that's the other problem. That's the third problem. All right, Mr. Ringer, did you get a lawyer?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It was Mr. Hardy, I think his name was.
Mr. Garvey?
Hardy.
Oh, Hardy. You may know a Hardy.
Handy, Hard, I don't know. It starts with an H. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Hayden, maybe.
Yes, that could be.
So you don't know. You don't even know the name of a lawyer.
Yes, I do. I went and visited him. We talked to him. I just don't remember his name. I've looked up a lot of attorneys and I just don't remember his name.
Was this in Port Angeles?
Yes. He's on.
Was it in a big green house, old Victorian place?
Yes,
I'm getting
on the
ahead
left.
now.
That was
Oh,
Hayden.
John Hayden.
So you don't know if you have a lawyer.
He said to ask you for the waive my right to an expedient trial or something. And then he would look at it on it and let me know later. That's all.
Okay, all right, here's what we're gonna do. What day is our trial date? All right, so you are entitled to a trial within 90 days of arraignment. And we've been stringing this out because I thought maybe you could get a lawyer, but I don't know that you even know how to get a lawyer.
Well,
Well, what?
when I was talking to him, he said it a couple times, I don't usually take a case.
Right.
If some other attorney has turned it down, and Mr. Black kind of screwed me on that.
Well, it's a free country. Mr. Black's able to say no, just like you're able to say no. You're not.
He did agree to.
Well, I can't get into that because I don't know. I'm not a party to those negotiations, but people hire or don't hire lawyers every day of the week. That's just part of life. So the question is, now I'm going to make a comment before I ask you about speedy trial. First of all, you're dressed totally inappropriate for court. Did you know that? You're not even sort of ready to go to court. And secondly, you just have to accept that as a yes. I've been doing this for 40 years and you're not ready for court. You look like you might be ready to shear a sheep, but you're not ready for court. So that's number one. Number two is I've talked to you enough now to know that you could no more represent yourself than I could play the piano at a concert hall. You don't have.
All right.
Okay, was that
Judge is like, man, you don't look good and you're dumb. Come on, let's the not looking good we can work on. Yeah, the dumb thing we can't. Get an attorney. Oh, the nicest way to call someone a slob and insult their intelligence at the same time. This is great.
Right.
This is great.
Have the mental acuity to represent yourself. So you need a lawyer. Okay. Question is, do you want to go to trial on the 2nd of April without a lawyer, or are you willing to waive your right to a speedy trial to give you time to get a lawyer? That's really the question of the day. Do you understand the question? You're entitled to a trial within 90 days. And if we're going to go to trial, we're going to go to trial on the 2nd, do or die. You represent yourself in your sheep shearing t-shirt or not. Do you want to go to trial on the 2nd, or would you like to waive your right to a speedy trial so that you can have a little more time?
I thought I said that. I'm not sure.
No.
Okay, yes. Yes.
You did. Okay, yes. Do we have a waiver of speedy trial? There we go. Miraculously.
3 forms, and if I understood him correctly, it sounded like Mr. Hayden suggests you waive speedy. So
right.
that he would have time.
Right. Yes. So we're going to do that. Now, commencement date, Mr. Paganelli, I guess I can use today as a commencement date, can I? Normally I would wait till he had a lawyer, but I can't trust he'll come in with a lawyer.
We don't exactly have much time in any case, Your Honor.
Normally your speedy trial recommences when you come in with a lawyer. And I'm afraid if I bring you.
Thank you, Lisette. I was actually going to ask that. I didn't know if it was glitching on my side or if it was sent twice. Thank you so much for the double super chat. I'm sorry that happened. But thank you. I do appreciate it, Lisette. You are awesome. And yes, Washington, where no one knows how to drive. And Sparkle Poots gifted a membership. Welcome to the new member. Thank you, Sparkle Poots, for the gifted membership. And we got another new member. I'm just going to call you Neo because I have no idea. Maybe just Reiki? Is the X silent, maybe? I don't know. But Neo, thank you so much for becoming a member. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the family. All right.
Back in, you're going to get so.
It would only make a difference of a week, Your Honor. We'd have to be doing this next week anyway.
Right.
So I don't see that makes a difference in this case.
I have given it what I got.
Well, maybe you've tried, but you've got to take this seriously enough to resolve it. Because, for example, I'm sure there are people out there, I'm positive there are people out there that think I should be able to resolve this, but I'm not actually a party to this case. You're a party to this case. So between you and your counsel, if you hire counsel, you and your counsel would be one of the litigants in the case. The other litigant is sitting right across the table from you. Me, I just get to observe evidence coming in and hearing objections, that kind of thing. So So I don't have a magic wand to make this go away. You are going to have to take responsibility as a litigant to take care of your part of the problem.
Can I ask a question so I understand?
Yes.
If I get Hayden on the line and I had Black on the line, and if I get another one on the line, how do I know who's going to take it until they tell me?
So it's just like any other contract. You either hire a lawyer or you don't. So I've been a lawyer for a long time. Somebody's got to come in with money and hire me, or a payment arrangement of some kind. And there's usually an agreement that said, I represent this guy. So the reason why I would know you have that agreement, because then we get a notice of appearance from a lawyer that says, well, they have an agreement for Mr. Whoever to represent Mr. Ringer. So it's just like any other old contract. Having somebody fix your asphalt on your driveway or somebody to mow your lawn, it's a contract. You either have a contract or you don't. And if you don't make a contract with a lawyer, you get to represent yourself and get a new set of duds. So we're going to have the speedy trial commencement start today, 3/24/25. Today is 3/24/25. So we now have to set a trial date within 90 days of today's date. Mr. Kressel, do you mind? I don't mean to make you my servant. I'm not trying to do that.
No, but I'm within arm's reach. So a couple of these, this is a multi-purpose form, so I'll cross out the ones that don't apply.
All right, this guy's the public defender, and he generally sits in the well during the entire doc. Whenever there's anything on the record, he sits there and he's walking back and forth all the time. I kind of like this. I don't know why. I just like this. He's just active. He kind of does everything in this court, but he's just like the house counsel here.
This one, so your speedy trial as the judge, there's
June 22nd, Sunday, June 22nd is 90 days from today for the courts.
Is it June 2nd?
22nd.
22nd.
So
thank you.
No, he just wants you to wear something a little cleaner, a little nicer. Ideally, something with it. If you have a collared shirt, great. That's all.
Mr. Ringer, you got to come to court looking like you respect the
I
court.
just need your signature here. Lets the court know that your trial date is going to be bumped out because you need time to retain counsel.
Your Honor?
Oh, we need to get Debbie Davis on here and explain to us what a sheep shearing shirt looks like.
Well,
apparently this is it.
It had to be explained to him.
Right?
It's like, really, you're gonna represent yourself?
Oh,
okay.
But I just took this shirt out of the dryer. I didn't wash it,
Right.
but I threw it in the dryer to get rid of all the wrinkles. This is a nice shirt.
If he doesn't get that, I don't think he's gonna absorb all of the like procedural rules and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Paragraph. Thank you so much for the super chat. Next time I sneak in, I'll remember to be wearing my nice sheep shearing shirt. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate it. And Wixom. Yeah, it's coming up soon. It is coming up soon. It's it might be tomorrow, it might be the day after. I don't know. It might be this week.
Might be Thursday.
I don't know. I don't know when it is. I don't know when it is. Jedi says it's Thursday. Or she said Thursday. All right, let's finish this one up.
Yes,
the
sir.
state might make a suggestion. The state
You
would
may make,
suggest
I am open to suggestions.
The state would suggest we have our next hearing within 4 months, probably not within 2 weeks, but 3 to 4 weeks from today.
Oh, right.
To check for an attorney. And if an attorney has not been hired, I would suggest, the state would request that the court consider pro se just so we can actually get working on this.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's well.
All right, this might be a dumb comment, but how did rural Washington get an English prosecutor? Out of all the accents I was expecting from that guy, I was not expecting an English one.
That's not English.
That is not. Yeah.
Go back.
Is it a list?
I think he doesn't
then?
pronounce his R's.
MB says the Brit. MB says.
Hold on. Go back. Rich, listen up.
See, Patrick says no to the accent. Is Rich still here?
Nope. Yeah, he's still there, I think.
All right. If it's a lisp and I'm an asshole, then
I think it's a lisp.
Oh no.
Come to court looking like you respect the
I
court.
just need your signature here. Lets the court know that your trial date is going to be bumped out because you need time to retain counsel.
Your Honor, if the
Yes,
state
sir.
might make a suggestion, the state
You
would
may make,
suggest.
I am open to suggestions.
The state would suggest we have our next hearing within 4 months, probably not within 2 weeks, but 3 to 4 weeks from today.
Oh, right.
To check for an attorney. And if an attorney has not been hired, I would suggest, the state would request that the court consider pro se just so we can actually get working on this.
Oh, right.
Anything
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
New
it.
England, that is not British.
That is not a speech impediment. That is his accent.
No, I
No, that's his
disagree.
accent. That's a
No.
no. You might be right.
Rich,
you might be right.
where are you?
You might be right. It might be New England. I don't know, but it's not. It's an accent. It's not a speech impediment, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. It's
I'm
not,
still-
thank you. Thank
I'm
you,
still-
Rich. Not British. He's the authority. I know British. That ain't no British.
All right.
Oh wait. Never mind.
It's still something.
It is something.
It's
It
Korean or
is
Chinese.
out of place in the context.
All right. So at least I'm not the asshole for calling him out on a speech impediment. That makes me feel better.
Well, I was going to say something kind of related, which is there won't be any more continuances. What?
I am giving it everything I got, that I know how to do, that an
Right.
attorney will do something. I don't know how it works.
Just go hire one. That's how it works. If you can't hire one, you're going to represent yourself
Okay.
based on your
How do I know
asset.
when they're hired? And there's a contract
There's gonna
signed?
be there's gonna be money given. He's gonna have you sign a contract saying, I represent you. You'll know. It doesn't happen.
It's not theoretical or psychic. There's actual money handed across the desk and a contract. And you'll know, oh, I've got a lawyer now. And then we'll know because we've got a notice of appearance. Okay. Mr. Ringer has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to a speedy trial within 90 days. There won't be any more continuances. June 22nd is our drop dead date. We're going to have a trial before June 22nd. Now, 1, 2, 3. How about April 14th for a review, Mr. Ringer? We are hoping that you have a lawyer by then because your life will go a lot easier if you can be represented. It just will.
I know. I know.
Because I know from talking to you that you don't understand everything I'm saying to you. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just saying you don't understand what I'm saying to you.
I realize that.
So I want you to have a lawyer on the 14th. And if you don't have a lawyer, we're going to talk about you going forward, what's called pro se, or you're going to represent yourself.
So I can get up here and act all dumb.
Well, you're going to have to act something, but you're going to have to get polished up and ready to go. All righty, young man. We'll see you on April 14th at 9:30.
All right. That is it, guys. That is it. There's only about 10 seconds left of this video.
Okay.
There's nothing else. We can watch this guy walk away for 5 seconds, and then my outro is going to pop up.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
And Colin, just so that you can feel better, there's lyrics of a song that I very much love about someone who moved to California from Massachusetts. And there's a line that says, they thought I had a speech impediment. So there you go.
Uncle Dan, this is Callum County. Once I take your message down, you'll see it at the bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom hearing. That is what the court's called. If you search it on YouTube, you'll find it.
Is it Michigan?
No, this is Washington.
Washington. Okay.
So, this judge goes live almost every day. He's one of those judges that keeps his docket just going all day long. So you'll get an 8-hour-long docket, and he's not on the bench that entire time. So you got to kind of scroll through and look for cases. But he's fun. He's fun. I don't know. He's like Judge Middleton, where he knows everybody that comes up. I feel like this is a small town. I don't know where this is in Washington. I'm sure some people over, that live there, like, oh, this is so and so where this is exactly where it's at. I have no idea. I don't know the state of Washington at all. But this judge seems awesome. I like watching him. And if you go there, I don't know if you guys remember Chada Scootum, but Cha is always hanging out in this courtroom. So yeah, you can go and hang out with her and say hi. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for being on panel for the non-members Members Monday.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. And, maybe some of our non-members that got to sneak behind the velvet ropes.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll join up and come see us when we have a real members only Monday.
Yeah. So for everyone, I've said this a few times. I forgot to turn the switch on. It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. But I started this thing where I'm allowing members to come up on panel with me and we interact with the cases together. It's been fun. It's been working out real well. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Sly, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And Doc Ock, you still with us, Doc Ock? Doc Ock may have fallen asleep.
Maybe not.
I know he's been working real hard. He messages me every now and then. He's like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just life's crazy, work's crazy." And we got
glad for his insight on the earlier case.
We got some insight for our community doctor here, which is why he's called Doc Ock. His initials are actually OC. And the second that he said he was a doctor and I saw his initials were OC, I'm like, "You're Doc Ock. Gotta be." And he changed his name instantly. I'm like, yes. We have Doc Ock now. All right. You guys are awesome. You guys have been great tonight. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the membership milestones. Also the PayPals. I've got a couple PayPals tonight, so you guys are awesome. I am going to Michigan in the morning to visit was it Lincoln Park? The Lincoln Park. I know it's kind of south-ish of Detroit. That's really all I know of the geography. But if anyone's in the area, I will be in that courthouse at 9 a.m. for a hearing. It's probably not going to be a long one. 2.5 hour drive for a 15 to 20 minute hearing is probably what it's going to be. And then I'm turning around and coming right back home. This is just kind of an exploratory mission. I want to see if Miss Lindsay Dineski fires her attorney, because she has an attorney for this case. It's not the case involving Chuck. It's a different case. It's her new charges. So that's what I'm going to tomorrow. Other than that, yeah, got a couple big cases throughout the week that I'm planning. Potentially a big live stream on Thursday night. Somebody said it might be my birthday. I don't know. I have to double check that. Other than that, that's it. Let's see who we're gonna raid. I probably should have been looking at that while I was talking. Who are we gonna raid tonight? Jedi, who do you want to raid tonight?
I don't know. I don't have these answers. I think you usually look at Lone Wolf, KDZ, KFAR.
Yeah, I think Lone Wolf's live, but it's just he didn't come up on the list. Is he not going tonight?
I don't know.
No, there he is. There he is. He's here. I just had to refresh it. All right, we're going to Lone Wolf. All right, go tell Lone Wolf I said hi. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So I'll see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow night. Yep, that's it.
Bye.
Goodbye. Until next time. Bye.